Sorry, juniors. Just wanted to get a little aerobics in there. I'm here to present your review. So if you're ready, make your little Quizlets or your Coudettes or whatever it is that you do. This covers the dignity of the human person. So let's start out. Remember when those who deny being made image of the Imago Dei, that there's something they forfeit. There's something outside of the person. I use a particular word. See if you can't find it. I couldn't even say word, could I? Also, remember the one thing that you choose for its own sake above all other things? You'll need to know that. Also, what was that ethical system where the greatest good is desire for the greatest number? Let's see what else. Oh, as far as being made in the image of God, you're going to need to know the list on the left. The rational, the free will, incarnate, and what the opposites are. So you might see it in, let's say, true and false, and it'll also show up in matching. So as long as you can identify which goes with which, you'll do just fine. Also, let's see what else. There's a difference between genuine happiness and the subjective contentment. You'll need to remember that. And I also used the word mythos concerning Genesis and the Pneumatic Leash. Why did I use the word mythos? What does that mean and what doesn't it mean? Okay, let's see what else. You need to know the difference between authentic freedom and secular freedom. That'll be in a multiple choice. And if you remember, St. Basil said if we follow God's laws because we're afraid, if we follow God's laws because we want the reward, and if we follow God's laws because we love Him. There are three different motivations, I think is how I said it to you. Also, what does it mean to be an incarnate person? What does that consist of? Body and what? Let's see what else. Speaking of image of God, man images God in his actions of love and gift. And I also said there's two other things. So love, gift, and two other things. And also I said happiness, genuine happiness as we understand it, means one thing, but the secular world understands it. I think I gave it as a few things. Contentment, and then two other descriptions I used. Make sure you look for those. Oh, you will need to know the basic differences between the Enuma Elish and also the priestly mythos. So just remember that one was orderly and one was built in chaos. In one, man was made a slave, and the other one, man was made in the image of God. If you know those, you'll do just fine. Also, what's the definition for genuine freedom? So obviously you won't have to write it down. This is Scantron. It's all objective. But if I pop a few words out and put them down in a multiple response, can you identify them? And remember too, when I quoted John 5:9-15 about if we abide in His love, we talked about it being a conditional statement. Again, just if I pop a few words out of there and put those in a multiple response, will you be able to identify those? Now, let's go down to the matching here. You need to know, at least identify a few of those subjective ways that we talked about in dialectic, whereby man will wind up in a subjective morality. Remember, conscience, there was evolution, there was human nature. Just be able to match those up. Let's see. That's it. The other parts of matching have to do with the Imago Dei and the opposites of those, or St. Basil, if you can match up exactly what he said concerning, if you love God, if you follow the commandments because of this, then that, because of this, then that. So it's a quite short review here, but I'm looking at it right here, and I think if you know those things, you are going to do just fine. Please feel free to email me. I'd be more than glad to help you guys out. Take care.